Hello and welcome back to our Planet Coaster 2 career mode. In the last episode, we finished up the Brothers Swim in Chapter 2, which completed Chapter 2, and now we're heading into Chapter 3. So let's go ahead and listen to the intro.
A moment of your time, my dear. Now, mark my words. I'll get that blundering fool to sign his precious company over to me. It's about time someone showed him how to run a profitable business. No more wasting money on silly little things like safety certificates. Of course, there's no point in telling anyone about this little exchange either. I mean, who are they really going to believe? Dear, sweet old Nana Betty, the nation's grandmother, or a good-for-nothing miscreant like yourself? I must be off, but before I go, there's someone who has a bone to pick with you.
Ah, so you're the one who has been interfering with my plans. If you think you can stop this, you're sorely mistaken. I have spent the last 15 years of my life building up to this moment, to finally expose the great Oswald B. Thompson and have my revenge. I am going to take away the one thing that matters most to him: his company.
Oh, my ears are burning. Did someone call for the CEO? Oh, Kenta! What are you doing here?
I was just about to tell our mutual friend here the story of a careless young park owner who betrayed the trust of a hard-working family and were left with nothing.
Kenta, it's not what you think, I assure you. If I could just explain.
I don't want to hear it. No more lies. We are done here.
Okay, so storyline's getting pretty interesting. We're going to jump into Sky's the Limit here in just a second, but we have some research to address. Now that we're in Chapter 3, we have quite a few things. So we can get Chain Lift Coasters 3, we can get Suspended Coasters 2, Alternate Lift Coasters 2, and Launch Coasters 3. Then on to tracked rides, we actually do unlock tracked rides. We get more water tracked rides, so that's good. We're actually getting low on our research points, so we may need to address that. Water towers, 3,600, so we will get that. The solar panel large, that's not costing us a whole lot. The steam train railroad, so that is exciting to get another transportation ride. Flat rides, we have quite a bit here, and we're actually going to be running out of money. And no flumes. So we were able to get everything through Chapter 3. So we will probably try and boost our research points in these scenarios. So we'll probably put in that mechanic workbench so we can do that. But let's go ahead. Let's open this up and change the difficulty settings to hard. And let's jump in.
Ah, great, you're here. Now, this little patch of heaven might look small, because, well, it is, but you wouldn't believe the deal I got on it. The salesman said, Hank, this is prime real estate. Waterfront views are in, and this place has 3 of them: left, right, front, and center. Wait, no, that's 4. Anyway, I said, Sir, take every penny I have.
Whoa! Look at all this water! This is my kind of space, dude. Imagine how good swimming in... Wait a minute. This is pretty, tight for a theme park, don't you think?
Yeah, and to think the agent said that no one would want it. But that's obviously wrong, because I bought it. Just imagine what we can do with this place. Remember, it's a lot bigger when you take into account the Earth and the sky. Lot of vertical mileage on this bad boy.
Man, I'm psyched to see what we can do here. Where should we start?
Well, I've made some iced tea and a light salad. We can start there and see how we feel after that. Oh, you mean the park?
I did, but slap some guac on that salad and I'm in.
Okay, so sky's the limit. Hank has bought another patch of land drawn in by the promise of 3 waterfront views. You'll need to squeeze the most out of this small space to make the investment pay off, but remember, when you can't build out, you can always build up. So, yeah, this is, holy moly, this is tiny. This is very tiny, and I assume, oh yeah, we can, oh gosh, that is the only bit of land that we can purchase. Or no, wait, oh, there is, it says 3, but I don't imagine we're gonna be able to use any of it. We might be able to build over it, so that'll be helpful at least, but yeah, this is gonna be a good one. We have $40,000 in the bank, a few people, and nothing too crazy in terms of our bronze medal objectives, because we have to have 2 flat rides, just open them, have a coaster, set it to open, and then a park rating of 1.0. So we are going to have to probably just remove all this just remove all the trees and bushes and whatnot, and just start placing things down. I imagine we're going to want to keep coasters towards the outside because, like I said, I imagine we can build over and out into that. So that will be important for us. But I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think we've got enough space, and we don't have to have too much going on at the moment. So we'll see what happens. Let's jump into a time lapse, and we'll get some of these objectives filled out. Okay, so here we are. We have got everything set up. Our objectives are pretty much going to be complete once we open our coaster. And you can see that here. We obviously added our 2 flat rides. We added my custom blueprint, the Power Forge, which is available in the workshop for you, and the upswing over here, which I thought was pretty cool. But I figured, let's do something really weird with this park and let's see how themed we can get it. Yes, I did put my Thirsty Frog in here before I thought about doing this. Or before I really thought about what I was doing. So that's going to be kind of out of place there, but that's fine. But let's see how many different themes, like each objective level, we're going to build with a different theme. So this first one is Viking theme, obviously, minus the Thirsty Frog. And yeah, I kind of like the way it looks. We got this cool little coaster here that was actually one of the cheaper coasters I've built. Probably a little too quick for everything, but I think it works pretty well. I really like the way it kind of fits with everything. So, and it's right up against that border, so it takes minimal space. It's got pretty decent statistics, if I would not click on that. Let's see here. Yeah, so 610 excitement, just under 4 fear, and then 1.64 nausea. So, I mean, this thing's looking pretty good. I think this is probably going to be pretty busy and I think it's going to draw in quite a few people. So let's go ahead. We'll take a quick ride on it once it comes back, and we'll see how we did, and then we'll open her up and jump into the next objectives here. Alright, so now this one I did smooth it a little bit, but it kept giving me some weird smoothing. So I just stopped. Like, this is banked the wrong way, so I don't know, it's kind of weird. And then this turn actually completely unbanked itself, which I thought was kind of weird. But this is fine. I'm not too concerned about it. So, and like I said, it looks pretty good, so we're going to go with that. So let's go ahead. We'll get this thing open, and we'll see what they say.
Hey, Hank. I'm just curious. Who did you say was the agent who sold you this place?
They were with a company called Suzuki International Real Estate. And I know what you're thinking. I asked, and apparently it's a totally different Suzuki, so nothing to worry about.
You're a very trusting person, Hank. As long as you're sure. In any case, regardless of who sold you this land, we're going to rise to the challenge.
Okay, so bronze objectives complete. Not a lot of guests in the park. The upswing was our most popular attraction. Hopefully that will change now with having the coaster in here. We do have to have 2 coasters now when we're looking at our silver objectives. We also have to have 4 flat rides and a park rating of 2.0. So yes, that is going to be a bit of a challenge. We are going to need to make a little bit of money. So that's probably what we're going to focus on at the beginning here. And then we'll jump into our next theme, which I feel like is probably going to need to be... it doesn't need to be anything, but we'll probably do the mythology theme. Actually, you know what? No. Maybe we'll do the aquatic theme and see how that turns out. Okay, so we are pretty much done with our objectives here. You can see we have another coaster built, which is ready to be opened. Actually, minus the... We didn't do the ticket pricing here. So we're going to make that $8. Not my most exciting coaster. There was a little bit of a struggle that I had. The initial coaster I wanted to use did not have the feature that I thought it did, so we had to come up with a backup, and I think this is fine. It's a very, very basic coaster, but I think it will do the job. It kind of rounds off this area. I did want to have the spike come over here, but there just wasn't going to be enough room, so I just forwent that completely. And honestly, I think it looks pretty good. I think it kind of closes up that side of the park and still leaves us the back of the park and the middle of the park to build, because I imagine we're getting more coasters in here. So I guess we should take a ride on this. So we'll see how that turns out, and I'll be back after the ride and we'll see what they say. All right, so pretty basic coaster. I did see that this jellyfish needs to be moved just a little bit. And actually, we think we can just kind of add him to this little complex there. And also, I did realize these are two stations, that pre-built stations that came with the game. I realize that this is not an underwater station like this one is, so this doesn't technically fit, but I just wanted it to be something different. And I didn't think there was an easy way to extend this station, so that's kind of where that came from. But I still think it looks fine. So let's go ahead. We'll get this coaster open and we'll see what they say.
Whoa, this place is getting really packed. Just look at that creative engineering.
Cozy, right? Yeah, it makes me want to get on a coaster with some hot chocolate and a nice blanket.
Ha, maybe leave the cocoa on the platform, mate.
And let the operator drink it? No, thank you.
All right, so silver objectives complete. And oh, didn't see that coming. Didn't see 4 coasters coming. But oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention with the last time lapse, I forgot to put a bathroom in this park. So this is our first bathroom. So people had to pee for a long time, and they just held it. So, oops, that's fine. They're all right. Everything's fine. But anyway, let's take a look at our objectives. Oh, we just need 4 coasters. We don't need any more flat rides. So that should be fine. And our park rating just needs to be above 3, which we're already at 2.79. So that should be fairly simple. We should get that naturally, similar to how we've gotten it before. And that is just because of unique attractions. So 3 attractions for the next star here, but that's going to push everything up, and our park reputation should go up, our attraction prestige should go up, and I think we'll easily get to that. Now, the coasters, this is going to start to be the challenge. We don't have a lot of space. So trying to figure out what we're gonna do here. I think what we might try, we're gonna have to do another launch coaster. This coaster would be great, just because it's just a launch out and back, but the cost to build the station is 20 some $1,000. So that is something that, I think this coaster is going to happen here. I think we might just bite the bullet and build that because it is such a compact coaster. And then we need to find another one that's going to be compact. And honestly, I kind of like the idea of this coaster. We can do another launch coaster, or we could do some type of spinning coaster or wild mouse coaster. Not 100% certain what I want to do. Um, it needs to be something. I do think we need to get something that has multiple trains, and this coaster is obviously not going to have that. So the Vector, that could have it, and we could really start launching people pretty quickly for that. So I kind of feel like that is the route we're going to go. And our theme that we're going to be building with, now that we've done aquatic, let's see. I forget what our other themes. I know mythology, and then resort theme. So resort theme wouldn't be too bad. So maybe we will jump into resort theme, and I think we're gonna kind of clear up the back or use the back of the park here, and then save the middle for whatever we have at the end. So we'll have two coasters that are gonna compete back here, and we'll figure it out. So we'll jump into a time lapse once we have some more money. Okay, so we got 2 new coasters here. We did open one of them. Oh, I forgot about that. Let's see if we can fix this quickly. I kind of blocked myself in here, so this is gonna have to be a little creative. Maybe what we'll do is, we're just gonna move this to there. I know that's not ideal, but that's kind of where we're stuck putting it because of how we put all of his stuff around. So that's fine. It will be fine. Let's make sure it's connected. Oh, it did keep the connection. That's nice. All right, so we've got our 2 coasters. The first one we built was the Momentum. Very simple. Just launch up the spine, twisty, comes back down, launches you up the other spine, twisty, and then back and forth a couple times. The second coaster, a little bit more complex. The sit-down 4-seater, I guess that's what it's called. I know it has small trains. That's the maximum that I can put on it. But it packs quite a bit into this layout. It also has the capability to run 2 trains. You can see one sitting over on the block brake. And honestly, I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. And honestly, the whole little resort area, I think it looks pretty nice now. So, and we still have this whole area in the middle for whatever coaster it's going to tell us we need to build. So let's take a quick ride on our coasters. Alright, so that one's pretty quick and simple. I'm surprised I hit the speed on that one right away. Not like this next coaster that we're about to ride. Alright, and no smoothing on either of them. I mean, this one doesn't, it's just straight and pieces, in-game pieces. But no smoothing on the sit-down 4-seater. We probably should address this here. Oh, that is pretty good. So I do think we're gonna have to make one quick modification to the cycle here. We're gonna do 3 minimum interval. Probably want to do like 15 seconds. I'm going to pay attention to this, make sure we get this exactly where we want it to be. We don't want it sitting over in the block brake, so probably when the coaster's getting into this area, that's when we want the other train to leave. So anyway, we're going to open it up. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll see what our platinum objectives will be.
Dude, this is a lot of guests for a small space.
My little bit of land has come so far. I'm crying, but it's tears of pride. Oh, did I tell you? I got an email from the agent that sold me this dream spot. How have you done this again? Yada, yada, yada. Awful location, blah, blah, blah. You must be cheating, and so on. What a thoughtful man. To check in on us after all this time. I'm going to invite him bowling. I've given up bingo.
So, you're not upset that they tried to sell you a dud?
A dud? How could anyone have ever thought this was a dud? Just look at it.
It took a lot of hard work to get here, though. And without your vision, Hank, we wouldn't be here in the first place. Go team!
Okay, so gold objectives complete. Upswing 1, still holding that title of most popular. Okay, here we have... okay, so nothing too crazy here. We do have to clear our loan, which I think we might be able to do that here soon. And then we need to get our park rating above a 4.5, which I think that's just going to be some flat rides and probably one coaster. We're going to try and squeeze a coaster in there, and you probably know which coaster I'm going to try and squeeze in if you've watched any of the other videos. But we are going to use the mythology theme, and we have quite a few to choose from in terms of flat rides, so that is exciting. A lot that actually we did pretty good. The only thing that we've used so far is the overpower, so that is nice. That we just won't use that one. But we'll go ahead. We're gonna pay off our loan quick if I can remember where that's at. Hopefully, we're gonna be down to $0. So that's going to certainly hinder us quite a bit. You can see the money in the bank is causing the park value to be a lot lower. So we'll go ahead. We're going to fast forward. We're going to need quite a bit of money to build here. So it's probably going to be a little bit. It won't be for you. It will be for me. But we'll jump over to the time lapse here in a second. Okay, so here we are. We did not build Medusa's Mayhem, which is the coaster that I have built, and it just didn't fit. It was a little bit too large, and I didn't want to do it, so that's why. But we've added in 4 mythology-themed flat rides. None of them have been opened, so none of them have applied to the park rating yet. And honestly, I don't think I've done the pricing, but honestly, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter because this is it. We did complete our reach a total park value of 150,000. We did that, like I said, that was actually naturally. So we are going to try and open these up and see what happens to our park rating. We are out of space, so if we don't get it, we're going to have to get a lot more creative. So let's get our teacups open. That boosted us to a 3.6, so not quite as much as I would like. We do need to get more power in here, which I was not prepared for, so let me get to our facility blueprints for that so we can not have to worry about that. And where can we just kind of slide one of these in? Probably right up here because there's some space there. There we go. Alright, so that... Does it... Did I add the wrong thing? I might have added the wrong thing here. We certainly did. Intersecting terrain. So let's... There we go. And now our generator... There we go. Now we've got enough power. Alright. So we will get the cube. That brings us up to 3.8. We'll get the parallelogram to 4.0. And synchronize, which gets us to 4.2. So we are short. Oh, by 0.3. Now, I do think, because it rained pretty significantly. So you can see there's a bunch of people that are upset. You can see they're all starting to leave. So I think when the new people come in, their mood's going to be happier. So I think we're going to be a little bit better off, and I think our park rating should go up here. So, and yeah, you can see, I mean, it just straight up poured while I was fast forwarding. So everyone is just wet and miserable. You know, it sucks a little bit. But at the same time, we've got a lot of people coming in. And you can see the green starting to change. Hopefully that 4.1 is going to go up a little bit. So I'm going to let it run. Let this shift change happen. And depending on how this goes, we'll either jump into another time lapse of me trying to build a coaster, or we'll be jumping into the completion dialogue.
Hey, Hank. You've been deep into your phone for like hours. What's up?
Ah, sorry about that. I just keep getting calls and emails from people trying to buy this place.
What? Try to... Hank? That's amazing! Whoa! For how much?
Well, so far the offer is 3 times what I paid. I told you, triple the waterfront, triple the profit.
That's fantastic. You found something no one else thought would work, and we've made it into something everyone wants. Still, you're not going to sell it, are you?
Sell it? This is where I'll go to retire. Waterfront views, the soothing screams of happy guests. Oh yeah, this is the life.
You're so right. This is the life. I'm going to chill here for a while. I'll catch up with you all later.
Okay, so there we go. Sky's the limit. Platinum objectives complete. And yeah, I got to see a brief time lapse. We did add a ride off camera, which was this, because I wanted to see what the impact of adding one ride would be. Again, I ran into an issue where this screen was broken. Like, it wouldn't tell me. I couldn't go through and select and see what the next thing would be. So I restarted the game, and it fixed it, but it wasn't increasing much. So I felt like I needed to start adding rides in, and I did have to put in a floating ride, which I think is kind of the intent for this objective, or this scenario. But man, this park is packed with stuff. We did add a slide over here, which was the last thing that we did. But now you can see this is just going up At one point I was at 4.7, so I was really surprised when it went down to 3.5. But overall, I mean, this was a pretty cool scenario. I wish we didn't have to put this in. We probably didn't, now that everything kind of reset and shift change came in and got all that. But for the sake of making sure I completed it, I thought it was necessary. And yeah. So I do hope you enjoyed this scenario. If you did, make sure to leave a like. If you saw something I could have done better, let me know in the comment section. And if you want to see some more awesome Planet Coaster content, please subscribe to the channel. So again, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later!